say, default in character is a suggestion that the supernatural is against that person. Psalm 37 verse 23. Yes. Psalm 37 verse 23. Yes. Yes. Please come again, man. The steps of a good man, they are ordered by God. God says you don't need to pray to be guided. When your character is right with me, I'll guide you. Children of God, I'm very sure that we are surprised at what we are hearing. But the truth of the matter is that it's in the Bible. I'm showing us from the Bible. I'm not telling us from this is my experience. Bible says it. Can I say something to you? God can drive you round, but God can never drive you wrong. I've never seen a person with total character. I'm not saying 90%. Total character as a lady that married wrongly. I've never seen one. If she married wrongly, something is wrong somewhere. There's a character problem. There's a character problem. Character is wide and very deep. But I'm going to dwell on only 2 areas of character that will be very, very adequate for explanation. Are we alive here? Very wide and deep. I always say, even our thinking is our character. Are we alive here? Yes, sir. By the time you begin to see there are some ladies, all they are doing is to be painting face, to be painting head, to be doing that, so that they are waiting a man that will come and carry all their problems. It's a bad character. It's a very bad. Don't save your problem for a man to come and carry, because if you have a brother that will go and carry that one, what will you do? Am I speaking to somebody here today? Your life can be well before marriage. I don't have time, because if I'm branching too much, we will not understand the specificity of what I'm saying. That's why we don't. The Bible said that when Israel came out of Egypt, there was no idol with him. It was total. Therefore, I carry him upon the wings, and he was not walking on the ground. I was carrying him on my wings. The place of his provision was inside the rock. Serious matter. The place of his provision was inside the rock. Most of the time, we don't speak about character in church today. We speak about faith, we speak about hope, all those things, and it's making church to become worse. Begin to look at it. Children of God, what we call character is holiness. Are we alive here? What this we call character is what? Holiness. Because what is character? Character is your connection to God because of the righteousness He gives to you. Are we alive here? When you appreciate your righteousness given to you as a gift by God, you begin to become holy. There are some things you don't want to do because you feel that you are going to offend the one that gave you righteousness free of charge. And in doing that, you are becoming holy. Now, listen to me. People don't see your righteousness, but people see your holiness. Because holiness is in action, but righteousness is in the heart. You may be righteous, people may not know that you are righteous. That's why some people, we talk about what they are doing, and we say that they are not righteous, they are not born again. Why? It's holiness we are talking about. They may be righteous inside. Are we alive here? What righteousness? Righteousness is when you believe in Jesus Christ and His atoning grace. We are not made righteous because of our works. We are made righteous by grace. We are made righteous by grace. So people may not. So there is a standing right in Christianity, and there's a walking right in Christianity. Am I coming to say? There is a standing right in Christianity, and there's a walking right. If you are only standing right, it means that you are righteous. Your heart is working with God through Jesus Christ, only that your life is not working that way. And before those who are confessing Jesus Christ to, your life will be a mockery to them. Why? They will see unholiness, they will mistake it for unrighteousness. Because what people see is unholiness. And unholiness is this character we are talking about. It's what you are acting, it's what is coming out of. Am I speaking to somebody here today? So in Christianity, there's a standing right and there's a walking right. Standing right is when you are righteous. Walking right is when you are holy. Because holiness is loud. Holiness is loud. You cannot be holy and people will not know. Are we alive here? But you can be righteous and people don't know yet. Am I speaking to somebody here today? Are we alive here? You can be righteous and people don't know. But you can never be holy and people will not know. So holiness is the outward manifestation of righteousness. Holiness is outward manifestation of righteousness. Are we alive here? To love money is part of character defect. To love bad news is part of character defect. Are we alive here? So, for example, coming late to church is character defect. Are we alive here? Some people, it's not because they are tired, it's not because they are doing anything, it's only in nature. So, character defect is when our action is not manifesting what's supposed to be in our righteous nature that we took at the point of new birth. Are we alive here? When our action is betraying the nature that we took up at the point of birth, and the nature we took up is called divine nature. Are we alive here? Divine, according to 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 4, divine nature. So say divine nature. So say divine nature. If you go to the book of Isaiah chapter 33. Oh, I was still talking about the good man. I want to relate that man. Now, before it goes to in Matthew 25, the Bible speaks about a good man was traveling. So say a good man was traveling. So say a good man was traveling. So say a good man was traveling. And what did the good man do? The good man gave everything he has to 3 servants. And he gave one 5 talents, another one 2 talents, another one 1 talent. How many of you all remember the story? Now, what I want to pick from there is that who is that good man that was traveling? In that story, who is that good man now? God is that good man, which means God has good character. God is referred to as good. Am I coming to us here? The Bible refers to God as good. Therefore, I know many of us, all we quote is Mark chapter 10, that they call Jesus good man. You're like, no, nobody's good except my Father in heaven. Don't deceive yourself. Are we alive here? Can I ask you, is Jesus good or bad? Is he good or bad? To be good is a nature that defines character. Now, in that Isaiah chapter 33, you should read from verse 14. The Bible says something there. The sinners in Zion, they are afraid. So, fearfulness has surprised the hypocrites. Those who are having bad character in Zion, the Bible says fire will devour them. That's what the Bible says. The sinner is afraid. Now you are soon going to see that the Bible is talking about character. Are we alive here? Sinner is afraid in Zion. They are afraid in Proverbs 28 verse 1. The sinner runneth when nobody is pursuing. Do you know that we see from the color of our heart? A man sees from the color of his are we alive here? Am I still communicating to us here? Are we still alive here? Everybody sees. The Bible says to the pure, all things are, but to the crooked and forward, no, nothing is pure. To the pure, all things are pure. Titus chapter 1 verse 15. To the pure, all things are. And Psalm 18, and one of the verses there, verse 24, 25, verse to the pure, all things are pure. Psalm 18, verse 25, 26, or thereabout. To the pure, all things are pure. But to the crooked and forward, nothing is pure. Now, the sinner in Zion is afraid. Fearfulness has surprised the hypocrite. Who is the hypocrite? The one who has something inside is acting something outside. Are we alive here?
Yes, sir.
Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burning? Every power that manifests hypocrisy around our life, they shall be consumed in Jesus' mighty name. Yeah. That's why we must not agree with what bad character is. Anywhere bad character is showing his face, let's reject it. Let's reject bad character. Verse 15. Verse 15. He that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly. What is that? Just say uprightness. Just say uprightness. What is uprightness? Uprightness is somebody of very resounding character. When we see the word upright in the Bible, it's talking about resounding, not your character now, resounding one. Character that has integrity, sincerity, innocence, and honesty, all built into one. That's when the Bible use the word uprightness. Uprightness is character that has integrity, that has dignity, that has innocence, that has sincerity, that has honesty inside. That is when the Bible use the word uprightness, which means now let me tell you uprightness. Are we alive here? Let me describe uprightness to you. Are we still alive here? Are we still alive here? A man came back from work one day. He called his children. He said, my children. He wanted to tell something. Whether the children are obeying the training. He sat down. My children, I want to tell you something that happened at work today. The company where I'm working, they have lawsuit with another firm, and a director in the firm that my company has lawsuit with asked to see me, and I saw him today, and he said that he brought a document. He said they have decided to give me automatic director position in their company, only to sign this document that I accept. And for accepting, I'm accepting with $5 million to be paid into my account straight away. He now asks his children that, what do I do